evening, everyone. Here we are. Welcome back to session number 2 of the day as we get ready to rock and we get ready to roll. Everyone, here we go. What a session it was this afternoon, capped off by Mentor Sulovic beating Chris Landman. Not Chris Landman, my Luke man. Chris Landman plays first, and then there is a huge game between Wessel Nijman and Richie Edhouse. The defending European champion is not guaranteed to defend his title yet, and that is a tough first round game. Raymond van Barneveld has it all to do in the race for the World Grand Prix after results this afternoon. Richard Veenstra then takes on man of the moment Nico Springer, looking to go back to back and potentially joining in a very exclusive club. Wattimena then takes on Stefan Belmont. I'm sure the Basel crowd will be going mad for Belmont. And then Dirk van Duijvenbode, the Obergenius, takes on Vanderwal. Dirk, very hit and miss at the moment. When he's good, he is very good. When he is off, the radar doesn't work. Nathan Aspinall then takes Andreas Toff Jorgensson. Toff Jorgensson has flattered to deceive in his PDC career. There is a player there, but we've not seen it enough. Expect the Asp to come through that. And then Gurnie takes on William O'Connor. Again, a massive game for William O'Connor as he hopes to make the World Grand Prix, but those hopes are getting slender. Swiss Phil on the stage, about to get the players on. So here we go. Chat room, good evening. Tom's Life, how we doing? Antoinette, Julie is in. And of course, Daryl, how we doing? I hope everyone is good. Everyone is ready to rock and roll. What's occurring, as Nessa once said. All good, happy days. I'm glad everyone is good, everyone is ready to rock and roll. Good evening, Kate. Hope you are well. Ready for some tungsten? Yeah, it should be good. We're going to be a good listen to your commentary, and it's my birthday on Sunday. Nice, Tom. Oh, happy birthday for Sunday, but I'm sure you'll get another birthday wish before then. So, what is everyone up to on this Sunday? Sunday? Got me thinking about that, Tom. On this Friday evening. I've got the Ryder Cup on as well. Chris Landman on the way. As he's on the stage for game number 1. Why, thank you, Daryl. Why, thank you. So here we go, game number 1. And Landman getting us off and running. Remember, if you are new here, make sure you just tap the screen or drop us a little like and a follow. Massively appreciate it. I'm waiting for the Super League Rugby playoffs. I'm very, very casually dipping in and out. Are Wigan still the best team? How many games go? Realistically, for Barney to get to the World Grand Prix, he's going to have to win 1, 2, 3. He's going to have to win at least 3 games. To be fair, if he wins 3, he will... No. If he wins 3, he will probably be going to the World Grand Prix. I don't want to say definitely, just in case someone else comes through, but Chris Landman takes the end of, 3, Tom, is the magic number. First of all, I'm not a Cristiano fan. Of course, CR. The winner of this gets £30,000. And Landman, no mistake in the opener, and he's moving through the gears here as well. Remember, session number 2 of this Friday. At the moment, Landman just cruising along nicely. So double 18 for a 2-0 lead, and it's exquisite from Landman. 2-0 to the good. Has a lot to do here. The home nation qualifier. To be fair, he's averaging just under 86, which isn't too bad, but Landman's around the 107 mark. That's the issue. Landman is just taking it to another level here. And I'm not talking about the exceptional 90s boy band. I know the seeds come in tomorrow. How many of the top 16 are playing? So the seeds, Tom, are the top 16 in the world, but not here this weekend. There has been quite a lot of pullouts. So Humphreys is here. No Littler, no Van Gerwen. Bunting, Wade, Clayton, all here. No Price. Then Doby, Cross, Rock and Heta there. No Anderson. And then Noppert, Ross Smith, Peter Wright, Dave Chisnell are there. And Landman just doing what he needs to do here. This is exceptional. Yeah, I saw on social media as well. Oh, Teresa, you and your unpopular opinions. BK is better than McDonald's. I don't disagree. I like a Macca's breakfast. Not going to lie. But other than that, yeah, I'd take Burger King. the moment. Landman is just doing everything he needs to. This has got bagel written all over it in a moment. He is just in absolutely no danger whatsoever, Landman. He's just so calm, so collected right now. How we doing, Jamie? Hope you are good. Always back again, mate. Always back again. Love that, Teresa. Love that. Again, this is just one-way traffic. It's not competitive. It's all right. Just looking at the young man's throw, I don't dislike it, but it's just not at a level that he needs to. Tom's like that in our chat room, mate. Never ever worry about asking a question, mate. Always ask. It's what we're here for. So looking like 5-0 is incoming. No, CR. Different tournaments have different prize money levels depending on what they are. So the Pro Tour events, the prize money is the same throughout the 34 Pro Tours. The same with the European Tour events, which this is, the prize money is the same throughout the 14 European Tour events. And then the TV events do have differing prize monies. Oh, 4-1. It's a bit of a steal. Landman fluffed his lines through want of a better word. He had multiple opportunities for a 5-0 lead, but couldn't take them. To be fair, the three he's thrown at tops there, I've just seen the pictures, couldn't have got any closer. I saw Carl Frampton on TV saying that he believes boxing is the second biggest behind football. Can you make an argument for or against? Well, I suppose it depends on, when you say biggest what? It depends on what we're measuring it on. If we're talking viewing numbers on Sky, then no, because we know by the viewing figures that darts is second behind Premier League football. If we're talking about excitement, that's personal opinion. So, in his opinion, yeah, that could be right. Do we get drama in boxing? 100%. So, in terms of that, possibly. Financially, There probably is an argument, yes. So it depends on what we're measuring biggest on. Evening, Kai. Hope you're good, mate. How are you? I prefer watching the darts of football now. Used to be footy. Cool, Jamie. 4-2, back-to-back legs for Denis. Landman was just cruising along. Look, Landman is still a massive favourite in this game, but his average has just dropped to that 90 mark, 4-0 up, going for 5-0. He was around the 97, 98 mark, but that's dropped here. Look, 100%. One thing darts does, one thing boxing does better, and I'll keep banging this soap drum until it happens. That do boxing tell stories better? 100%. Do they create interest? Yes. Do they create drama? 100%, which then manifests to get the casual involved. So yeah, look, that they do that better than darts. Aspinall, I think he's on last, so not till 9:20, 9:30. I know second last, so probably around 9-ish, give or take. Chris, the old 162, me old China. How are you taking this out? Are you up or down first? Treble 20, yes. Oh. I want to say, if he gets a treble 20 with this one, that could be about to get interesting. Landman all of a sudden is embroiled in a game he should never have been embroiled in. If this goes, I was about to say, if this goes, it is well and truly game on. But Landman does halt the resistance. Yeah, soft tip's very, very, very different, but yeah, you can. (5-3), not done just yet. Do we think Chris Landman took his foot off the gas here because it was too easy early on? You're a fan of Nijman? Yeah, I am. I like Wessel. I think he's very, very good. Willie Borland. How we doing, my friend? I saw your nice little reconstruction on TikTok earlier, mate. How's life? How's tricks? Landman 278 points away. Make that 144 points away. It's Willie's favourite number, 144. So this one looks to be all she wrote. Beer stroke drinker. I'm not a beer person. Tonight we have got H2O, pineapple juice and soda water, and a bit of cherry Pepsi Max. So match starts, missed, Willie, return, or has Denis got something in the locker? Thought you might have a. So no, I'm just not a drinking person, buddy. 6-3, Chris Landman seals victory. Very, very good from Landman. But this game coming next is huge. Wessel Nijman against Richie Edhouse. This one has more importance on the race to Dortmund. Let's forget the World Grand Prix for a minute. Richie Edhouse, the current European champion, is outside the places. The champ may not get the chance to defend his title. The pros go out for a drink socially. They're normal human beings. Of course they go out and socialise, whether that be with each other, their friends, their family. So Nijman has won the ball as well. Interesting. Edhouse. I can't remember. Is Edhouse in ET14? I can't even remember. So we've got about 2 minutes 50. How we doing, David? Hope you're good, my friend. Yes, Nico. Would you prefer to be a top player, Humphreys Littler level, or a decent player who earns decent money without being up at Springer but fly under the radar? No, I'm going top player. I'm going bold, brash and brazen. Honestly, if I was a top player, and I'm not, by the way, I'm nowhere near, right, I would be an absolute nightmare. I would be an absolute nightmare. And I'm not even hiding it either. Oh, 100. I'd call people out. I'd be a nightmare. Manly stuff. Yeah, I'd be full Eddie Guerrero. I lie, I cheat, I steal to win matches. If someone was a knob, I'd say it. Yeah, I'd be a nightmare. Have you had your hands on the new spinny K-Flex? I had a chuck with a set at the Target launch. Look, just the moulded flight and stem isn't my thing. Full stop, David. Right, pictures are returning, which is always good. Got to go for Western. Yeah, I think so. Look, we know Richie Edhouse is a good player. We know that, but we've not seen enough of it recently. He is a good player, but he's not playing to the level that we know he can. Who do you think? I'm going for a Wessel win. What player has disappointed you the most this year? Oh, there's a few, like the old guard, that Chizzy, Peter. We know they're better players than what they're performing at the moment. Rob Cross has had a disappointing year. He's not in Dortmund yet. If you were earning MVG, Littler, Humphreys money, would you roll around in a luxury German vehicle? No. No, away from the hockey, I would live a very normal lifestyle, but on it, I would be brash, bold, and brazen. I don't know, Nick. I don't know if I'd have one. Or to be fair, if you have to have one, I'm not sure I could have it because I think it's probably trademarked. But I'd Nick Edges, the rated R superstar. That's the point. I better get my £105 million winning ticket, hadn't I? Do you players? No, not. They don't all have nicknames. Rated bar star. Richie Edhouse on his way. Edhouse on the stage. Right, remember, Nijman has won the darts. So, can Edhouse... Remember, a win would temporarily put him above Barney and Chizzy in the race for Dortmund. I wonder if WWE would ever... why not? It'd be good. Edhouse walk-on song is the same. That Cole's main grocery in Australia. No, fairs. I like that. But Edhouse has made a promising start here. This has been good from Edhouse. Would you come out to Rock and Roll Star? Possibly, yeah. But I like something a bit quicker, a bit beatier for walk-ons personally. Yeah, evening Daniel. Don't get me wrong, Rock and Roll Star is a really, really good song, potentially for a walk-on. But me personally, I prefer something a little bit more beady, a little bit more boppy. Well, this would be big from Nijman. Missed the treble 19. Edhouse has started well here. He knows he is under pressure. And he's missed an early chance to break the Nijman throw. And Nijman punishes. Missed opportunity. So, Nijman is now asking questions of Edhouse. It could be a disastrous day for Edhouse. Yeah, I'm alright, I'm good. I'm good. No treble though, that kind of relieves the pressure for Richie Edhouse. Wonder what... Well, that puts the pressure back on. Only 41. It's a disaster. If this is big, might get away with it. Does get away with it. But again, Edhouse misses. Oh, it's a disaster of a first start. Nijman has had a chance here. Just enjoy it, Daniel. Just try and see as much as possible. You've got the two stages. Reds is good. I like stage 2. Better from Nijman. This game not quite caught light yet. Still has. You just feel Wessel is beginning to go through the gears here. Just starting to score a little bit heavier. Yeah, there's only 64 players. That's why there's 2 stages. And then Nijman scored well and then missed big numbers. But rescues the situation. This game's weird. Both of them having spells where they're on, they're off, they're on, they're off, almost visit by visit at the moment. It's mad. Gary, I'm not sure. Michael missed this to play in the 3 Pro Tours. Two. I don't know, but I would assume Monday, but I don't know that. Again, Edhouse, he's going to have to find something a little bit more at the moment. Yeah, for a fan, mine Ed's good. Who do you think will win this weekend? I said earlier that I quite fancy a run or a decent displaying from Johnny Clayton. I think the Ferret's playing well, and where is he on the live order of merit? Yeah, he's only a good run away from threatening the top four again. I like what I'm seeing from the Ferret at the moment. I think he's playing well. Wessel Nijman pins the 116 and leads 3-2 once more. Just don't know where this game's going. It's a weird game to call. Does Daryl go dark green? I don't know. I don't know. Is the honest answer? Oh, break chance. Break chance for Edhouse, for Nijman. Edhouse has messed this up. Massive dart. And Nijman misses the chance. Edhouse breathes again. And Richie Edhouse does level up. What are you thinking, chat room? This game is really hard to call. This is a weird game. Another treble. Still advantage Wessel if this is a good visit. If not, massive chance for Edhouse. Remember, massive chance for Edhouse now. Wessel missed the dart, remember. Bookies have Wessel 1 to 3 on at the moment. Oh, I don't like that, Benjamin. I don't like that. Edhouse has broke. Big chance here for Richie Edhouse. Remember, this would only put him in temporarily. He still has work to do. Evening, James. Hope you are good. This leg is massive. Edhouse was given a chance. He's taken it. Now he cannot throw it away. But he doesn't leave a finish. So Nijman potentially has another chance here. Needs a treble. Finds one. He's on a finish. It's a big ask. You would still rather be Edhouse with the setup here. You would now. Very good from Richie Edhouse. This backdrop gives me oh, this is huge, this start. Oh, Edhouse. What have you done if this goes? Does Edhouse get let off? Does he get let off? No, he does not. Wessel Nijman has punished the mistake from Richie Edhouse. How costly will that be? Doing well, just watching a little bit. Nice, mate. Yeah, I've got the golf on as well. I really do think Nijman is my favourite story. Yeah, I think quite possibly, Teresa, it's right up there. I agree. How are we doing, Nathan? Hope you are good. Jaw well. So Nijman looking as if he has weathered the storm. Nijman does have, yeah, exactly, and I think it's a good redemption story as well. Is there much of a gap between certain players when it comes to the World Championship spots? The World Championship spots. Let's have a quick look. So in terms of Callan, Mickey are in striking distance of getting to a seeded spot. On the other side, no. Look, between Connor Scott, who's in 40th, and Jitsi Vanderwal, who is in 51st. That's just because the way they are on the screen. There's only $3,000. So, no, not a lot at all. 180. Very, very good from Edhouse. Is he going to force a last leg decider? We will see. But 180. Edhouse is now in a world of trouble because Nijman has turned it around. The defending European champion is in a world of bother. Lifeline. Are we going all the way? We are. Nijman has the darts. Can Edhouse produce a special leg here? Love those framed dart shirts. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Massively appreciate it. Did you see Brock? Yeah, it was. Look, they're obviously gonna run it again. Oh, not a time for one on the floor for Nijman. Is that the bit of luck that Richie Edhouse perhaps needed? It might be. Yeah, he's defending a lot full stop, Johnny, yeah. That he might not be in anything is the issue. Oh my. Has Edhouse stolen one here? He has. Richie Edhouse may still get the chance to defend his title. He has beaten Wessel Nijman. It's a massive win. Absolute massive win for him. So, I suppose everyone, we better do this. We need the bars alarm. So, 3 minutes roughly till the next match. It was the European Championships double, yeah? players' alarm are the best. Yeah, don't get to use many of them this weekend. I'm going to try and make a couple more as well. No, I didn't, James. It was fine. The sound should have been there. Yeah, the office not totally sorted yet, but we're almost there. In the new year, I'm probably going to do the walls up a little bit, get like a wood finish to the walls. But yeah, we're almost. It looks like a bomb's in it at the moment, but yeah, overall, Phil, what's the trick of getting a front row table at Reds in Minehead for the players? Yeah, some people do queue outside. So, if you specifically want, specifically want Reds, get there early, like because people do queue. Who else have you got now? So we got Humphreys. No, we haven't got a Bow one yet, but if she gets a card, we'll do one. We've got Humphreys, Littler, Anderson, MVG. Littler, Humphreys, Anderson, Barney, MVG. They're the 5 we've got at the moment. Yeah, couldn't get my teeth in. How big your team? So we've got I'm the only full-time member, and then we've obviously got Gob, Dan, Jar, Cam, Carwin, all help out as well. But I'm the only full-time. Yeah, see, James, if you're tuning into the Pro Tour on Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, MVG's playing there, so... Cool, James. I'll try and get in early on Monday and sort all the sound levels out. I've got some pineapple juice and soda water, Andrew, the best. Have you exceeded your expectations from when you set the channel up? No, not at all. I want to keep growing and keep making it better. Barney has won the ball. Who do you draw inspiration from? Goldbridge? No, don't get me wrong. I watch Goldbridge's stuff. I'm not a massive fan of him, but obviously the channel was born from the IFL idea of the interview side of it. But you always have to evolve. And did I look at the Goldbridge stuff and think that could work? Yeah, 100%. But we originally took the idea from like Soccer Saturday as well. Oh, 100%. It's grown massively and I'm delighted with it. But I'm never going to sit here and go, yeah, this is good. We can be better. And the fact that you guys have bought into it as well, which is good. I think this. I think Barney should come through this one fairly well. Who was that CEO you interviewed recently? That is Matt Porter. He's the chief exec of the PDC. Mr. PDC himself. Does he have? Oh no! Look, Barry's still Mr. Matchroom, but Matt runs the day-to-day operations of the PDC and does a great job as well. Already, this is looking okay for Barney. I like the fact he's stuck with the same setup of those darts. Evening, Adam. Hope you are good. Cheers, Darryl. Thank you very much. Paddy Power suspended the correct score on this sixth. It's looking that way, isn't it? It's looking that way. So Barney tops for 1-0 and a fairly comfortable hold. Look, not saying he can't take this out. We've just not seen any sign of it whatsoever. Raymond van Barneveld leads 1-0. Yeah, I don't see Barney in too much bother here. Just looking already. Did you do your live lounge before you started doing the live stream tournaments? Yeah, James, yeah, the live lounge came first, buddy. We did our first live lounge in, I want to say, June or July of 2020. I actually think the first Q school you did was still the best. That was mental, Teresa, wasn't it? Absolutely mental, the first Q school. The thing is, it was easier because people were off on furlough and stuff like that. To do that again, it would be tough. Yeah, the Q school coverage was just an idea that we floated, and we're like, let's try it, and that's, we did Q school first, then the Pro Tour stuff and so on. Good job you didn't, Adam. To be fair, I like his action. There's a lot to like. Yeah, to be fair, look, he's obviously yeah, this guy is Swiss. Look, he's young. Look, fundamentally, the action is quite good. Yeah, fundamentally, it comes back and it's straight. Look, Barney's only averaging 82 here. He has work to do to improve on this. But yeah, in terms of an action and so on, I quite like it. Cheers, though. Look, don't get me wrong. I love it, but look, it can be tough. It is at times. It is long hours. But look, I don't begrudge it at all. I love it, but it can be long. Good evening, Bob. Good to have you in, buddy. Yeah, to be fair, James, I'd still love to do more of the women's series, but the issue is the last 2 years especially, they've always clashed with something. Like if there was never a clash, I would sit here and do them, but just recently they've clashed with nearly everything. This game not quite caught light yet from a Barney point of view. You know he's, you know Gezzy's not well because he pulled out of an exhibition as well, and look, Gezzy's superb on the exhibition scene. So for him to pull out and this, he's still poorly. I suppose if you're going to watch it, you might as well stream. Yeah, 100, and that's it, Teresa. The fact that if it's on, that I'm constantly watching it anyway. But I'd say the thing is, the women's series has just clashed with so much. Chance here for 2-2. We are level. Do you know? No, Bob know nothing about him whatsoever. Just looking at him fundamentally, look, he's still very young and raw, but the action, there is certainly something there to work with. I love an underdog story. Who doesn't? Mate, what? I don't know, Dal. I'd like to sit down and go through a few bits and just work out some stuff. seconds. How we doing, mate? Sorry, I was miles away. Then I'm good, mate. I'm good. Barney, just struggling along here. Will Nico win again? Look, he's playing well. I still think Harry Kane could come back and break Alan Shearer's record 100%. Barney has finally got a bit of daylight. It's a good setup. I'm a bun. Nice. Oh, this one's not done yet. Good evening, Karen. Hope you're good, mate. Not sure for Tottenham, but England for Bayern too. Yeah, I think Harry Kane is still so good. This is a weird game. Ashin is getting better. He's up the average to 85 here. This is good. This is a big moment here. This is a really big moment. He's missed it. He may have just let Barney off here. Yeah, Barney punishes the mistake. But I've been impressed, to be fair. Knew nothing about him, but it's been good. I think he's been very good. What has Barney got in the locker? Looking like he's going to get it done here. Looks like William O'Connor may have to do a Nico to qualify. Possibly. Look, results the last couple of weeks have gone against him, I agree. But just look, a quarter-final, Bob, would be enough for William O'Connor. But Barney is into the next round. Barney keeps his hopes alive. Remember, Barney would also need a quarter-final. At the moment, Andrew Gilding is the man that can do nothing about this. He is the man stranded because of the defeat earlier. But Barney does get the job done. Coming up after the break, it will be last week's winner. It will be Nico Springer taking on Richard Veenstra. So, what do we think? Andrew Gilding, is he the man that should be worried? Can Barney or William O'Connor get to the quarterfinals? The reason we're saying Gilding at the moment, Ratajski and Gurnie are both still in. They can add to their tally. Well, Daryl Gurnie, if he beats, obviously, William O'Connor, he goes green, and then William O'Connor can't then qualify. If William O'Connor wins, Daryl Gurnie is then stranded on 76,500. That's the difference. Where Gilding is potentially vulnerable. Not yet, but Stefan Belmont's probably the best hope to get through later on today. He's the best Swiss. Richie Edhouse has a chance to do the funniest thing if he wins one of these. Yeah. Has he got the potential to pull off a Springer? No, I don't think. No. Look, Stefan Belmont is a tidy player. Do I think he can pull a Nico Springer off? No, I don't. So, what are we saying then? Veenstra or Springer? Let us know in the chat who you think. Let's play some. Yeah, look, Willie, we'll have to play some world-class darts. I fully agree there. Yeah, look. I think this is potentially Willie's toughest game here, Nathan. If he comes through this, I think he's got a massive chance. How are we doing, Isaac? How you are good? The funniest bit about this, everyone in chat room, we can all laugh at Isak because he's coming here and tried to troll, but because of the settings we've got on, he had to subscribe to do that, which is the funniest thing. Like, we have to be a subscriber to use the chat room feature. So he had to physically go and press the subscribe button, then come into the stream and think, I'm going to be a dick. So, pictures are back and we can go Richard Veenstra against Nico Springer. Swiss Phil on the stage waiting to get the players on. So, Springer walking first, last week's winner on the European Tour. And look, he's got a smile across his face as Swiss Phil introduces him. He knows he is playing well right now. Yeah, if Willie wins, he plays Danny Noppert. Look, we know Danny is a very good player, but we also know he can be got at. Yeah, absolutely, Teresa. Absolutely. Noppert probably. Yeah, look. We know Danny is a really good player. We know that, but although he did at times, he can go to that 108, 10 mark. He can also go to that 85 mark as well. The range in his game at times is quite big. And Flyers is on the stage. So Veenstra has won the ball. He will kick us off. But Springer full of confidence right now. Do we know how many times this year Flyer has got to a Euro Tour? Probably him, not the only one as well, Adam. I think William O'Connor has done it a few times as well. But I'm actually pleased that they brought the reserve list in properly, because there was too many buys. So yeah, I actually like the reserve list is used properly. So, Veenstra looking comfortable on his own throw here. The setup is good. But Springer now with a ton topper potentially. Can't find the treble though. So. So 1-0 wretched Veenstra. Comfortable in the end, but Springer has the darts here. I haven't seen. I've heard about the yellow taking your shirt off. What a dickhead! Just like, why? What, you know you're on a yellow card. In the blink of an eye, Springer has levelled things up, one apiece. Yeah, and rightfully so. He got fined 2 weeks' wages. Taking his shirt off cost him £500,000. So, I'm saying, a big visit here would have given Nico Springer an opportunity. He's not taken it. Again, maybe missed an opportunity, but the setup is perfect. Down to a double. But Veenstra is going to get a dart. Will it be at 18s or tops? What is his choice? It's tops. And he hits. That's a really good finish. Springer set up, applied the pressure, but Veenstra was up to it. Flyers leads. Unfortunately not Isaac, no. I just got a little bit podgy because your mum kept giving me biscuits. Veenstra is threatening the Springer darts here. I thought you'd like that, Adam. Springer's throw is under immense pressure here. If he pins tops, not missing. This is very good from Flyers. He's averaging just shy of 96. Springer, over 100, doing absolutely nothing wrong. How are we doing, Celia? Hope you're good. What has Nico Springer got in terms of hitting that turbocharge? He's going to have to kick back with something here, but Veenstra has all the answers still. Is this going to be the curse of the champ? Win one week, crash in round one the next. Uh, 2 seconds, mate, and I'll tell you. 29th to the 8th of December, mate. So 4-1 Veenstra leads. Harry, what's your name? Phil? Springer's in trouble here. Again, it's not playing poorly, it's just the brilliance of Veenstra. Yeah, the famous. You know, Rob, you know. Springer, this would only be a hold. Veenstra is still in complete control. So I wouldn't go sir just yet, Daryl. I'll take it though. Phil, do you think William O'Connor will get to the Grand Prix? I don't think he'll make it, no. Look, I'm gutted for him. I really like William O'Connor, but I don't think he makes it. I just think he has too much to do the margin for error is too small. Potential one of the breakbacks here, but remember, Veenstra winning the ball, it's effectively a double break up. Will you ever get married? Why? It's a bit of paper. Is it needed? I think Daryl Gurney might edge it 6-5. I think it'll be it's a really close game. Really close indeed. In your opinion, who's the best 3 dart players of all time? Not named Phil Taylor. Easily, for me, Michael Van Gerwen, Gary Anderson, Eric Bristow. Correct, Rob. Correct. If you had to put a Pam right now, where I'd like to think Ali Pally, Adam. I'm not sure when she has to make the decision by. 180. Nico Springer might be about to level this tie up. He's averaging 102. Veenstra's level has dropped by about 8 points. The thing is, I think Glenn said it so well in the interview that he gave, that if she went and won Lakeside again, is it a surprise? Is it a wow moment? No, because we're all thinking the only way that she can't win Lakeside is if her arm falls off. So it's like she won 3 on the spin, hat-trick of Lakeside titles. Now go and excite the world. Now go and explode on the scene at Ali Pally. Will it surpass any of those 3? Quite possibly, yes. And you can even put Luke Humphreys in that bracket as well, Tyler, that what Luke's done in a short space, what Luke and Luke are doing, yes, they both could, in 5-10 years' time, be in there. Betfred doesn't even have a bow in the betting. Yeah, look, if she does go to Lakeside, you've got to wait for the draw and have a look at the bottom half and say, right, who will she play in the final? I was talking about Bristow last time I went to get my nails done. Justin Rose has just missed an absolute sitter of a putt. Oh, Springer has missed the ball. This would be some comeback, though. I said, I always miss Gary, best player. Gary's quality. Do I watch snooker? I am a casual snooker fan. If it's on, I'll watch it, or if Ronnie's on, I'll watch. but I'm not an avid fan. I just dip in and out. Phil, what did you see about the... I've not watched any of the WDF, mate, if I'm being honest. Springer, from 4-1 down, has completely turned this around. The annoying thing is... Bo could go to Ali Pally and rip it up. Look, beyond the realm... It's not beyond the realm, sorry, that she could beat anyone over a best-of-5 set game. Look, the longer it goes, it does have a massive advantage having played at that level. I remember we saw the UK Open. Bo said it herself that after coming off for the last break against Luke Humphries, she had nothing left. I started in round 1, incredible run to get there and play Luke Humphries, but then having to go to the Worlds and play over that longer set format could be difficult. But in the earlier rounds, completely she could beat anyone. I'm not Irish, no. Veenstra will be disappointed. At 4-1 up, he was averaging around 98 and looked really, really good. But now he's... Oh, where has he pulled that from? Where, oh where, has he pulled a 1-5-6 finish from? That has not looked likely the whole game. And then he pulls a rabbit from the hat. Nico Springer missed a match start on the 111. Sat on tops thinking, I'm probably coming back. Veenstra, no. Not on my watch, sunshine. The 1-5-6 was exquisite, to say the least. But Nico Springer's scoring here is back. So he's got 6 at 2-2-1. Can't find a treble. That just opens the door for Veenstra once more. Can Springer, what I say, win it with a funfair? Richard Veenstra knocks out last week's champion. Oh, is that on the PDC? 2 seconds. That's massive. For the European Championships, Adam, that might be the biggest bit of luck that Richie Edhouse gets. Also, if Barney beats Heta, he plays Madhouse for a place in the quarterfinals. Oh, that's mad. Springer not have lost in round 1 last week. Just doing a social post, everyone. Just doing this, everyone. Do that one. Maybe it is meant to be. I'm telling you, Madhouse is going to Leicester. He might well be. He might well be. Right, we have got. I've just done the old social post. We've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds till pictures return. That one, I think it is. Yeah, Jermaine Wattimena against Stefan Belmont, and again, this Jermaine. What version of Jermaine is going to turn up? We've seen so many different sides to Jermaine Wattimena recently. Which one will we get this time? This has got to be one of the best scam stroke con messages I've ever seen in my life. So in the OD Instagram messages from Hot On Dog, remember that one, Hot On Dog. Evening, Jack, hope you are good, buddy. So the doctor has told me I only have 1 month to live. I have decided to spend time travelling alone, quietly saying my goodbyes to the world. I have no children. My only regret is that I couldn't spend this life with you. Why, thank you. You were my first love. Very, very nice. And you have always been in my heart. I have left you some assets. I hope this gesture brings us together in the next life. I am ready to say farewell to this world. Please hold on to this message with a link, a username, a password, and a balance. Oh. That's different. Right, Rob, I will do that now. Let's ask. Is Ryan Searle in dark green for the world match play, question mark. Yeah, Ross Smith has withdrawn. Let's wait. Let's see if we get a reply. So, get your score predictions then. What do you all think? Are we going to get a good version of Jermaine Wattimena? Just send a sound clip of the Barney alarm. Can we stop playing these rerun videos? We don't need this. We can. That's it. Just get Swiss Phil on the stage. Come on. Tom, it depends on the situation. Look, when it says, like, obviously that for family reasons, if there is an exceptional reason, no, they wouldn't get fined. If there's not an exceptional reason, yes, they probably would. Look, without knowing the circumstances or the reasoning, it's hard to say. But look, Ross Smith is one of the most genuine people out there. He would not pull out of a tournament once it started at this short notice without a very good cause. So look, I hope everything's okay in the Smudger family. So, Belmont on stage. So here comes Wattimena's walk-on's awful, isn't it? Who has replaced Ross Smith? No one has replaced him, Bob, because the tournament has started. Richie Edhouse will now receive a bye. Players can only be replaced before the tournament. Wade is James plays tomorrow. Littler and Price chose not to enter. Littler, I just think, wanted a weekend off. And Gurnie and Price is not very well. Willie and Daryl Gurnie are last. Do you reckon... what do you reckon players do on their days off in this instance? Obviously, I'm guessing he might go and see a little bit of Basel, the city and whatever, and go and have a wander around tomorrow. Take it in. Wattimena gets us underway. Shit rule player should not. Yeah, it's a tough one, Bob, because where he's seeded, I'm not sure there's a right or a wrong answer to this. I think, yeah, one way it's wrong, but then he's pulled out this evening. Could someone get there tomorrow, or in time is the thing. It's just a no-win situation. Are players paid by sponsors? No, so you're only paid if you win matches on the Pro Tour. So players had to qualify for this. So even if you lose your first game, you get 1,250, I think it is. That's without looking. So sponsors require not sponsors. So like the sponsorship patches, the players get their money for that. Not a problem. They sell them, but yeah, in terms of prize money, the more matches you win, the better money you pick up, basically. $140. Wattimena has turned up today. Remember, he's not been... Not been at his best of late. Wattimena sat on double 16. Belmont is the... But yeah, no, he is, Bob. Agreed. Although he's up against it here. Belmont not really making a dent at the moment. Wattimena, we've seen him be brilliant. We've seen him be unpredictable. Is there any tournament next week? There is. We have Pro Tours Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Tom. So 3 days in a row we'll be live. See, there's some doubts over whether the bid... Really? But, Rob, I was under the impression it was genuine. Wattimena cruising towards a 3-0 lead here. Belmont only averaging 84 at the moment. Wattimena 116 doesn't need to take this out, but does. It is 3-0, averaging 96.77. It is one-way traffic. Apparently, the interest... Okay, interesting. For Belmont. But it's pale. Someone will screenshot it, Rob, and put it in one of the Spurs groups shortly. I'll hopefully it'll be there after the stream. It does my head in when they do that. Belmont should get a leg on the board here. I'm going to the Pro Tour on Tuesday and then turn up all day Wednesday and Thursday. Nice, mate, nice. Always a pleasure, Adam, you know that. I'd say Monday, I think we'll have the draw for the World Grand Prix. Belmont looking at 88. the home of world darts, the Morningside Arena in Leicester. Haven't seen much of it. Now, Michael's still getting himself, obviously, he didn't qualify for these and he's still getting himself fit and having treatment. Darryl at Bully Boy will come back better than ever. No question there. No question whatsoever about Bully Boy. Look, Michael's a great lad as well. Wattimena misses a couple of darts. This has been what's happening with Jermaine. He got into good positions and then the wheels have fallen off. Are we going through that again here? Perhaps. Maybe. But Belmont misses. It is 4-1. Jermaine escapes that little scare. The African Open event started today with Sherry Peterson top their group. Corralison second in his. How many go through from each group James? There's talent in Africa. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, Devon we know about. Peter Washiri, the sensation that we saw, Corralison, Simon Adams, and so on. Top four in each group. Cheers, James. Schindler could be helpful. He goes crazy. Yeah, it'll be interesting, Bob. Do you think we might see Luke? Littler's entered one of the 3 Pro Tours, Tom. So we'll see him in one of the 3. He's entered number 2. Possibly, yeah. Whichever one number 30 is, James. Wattimena 1 away. Look, his levels have dropped a little. But Belmont not in a position to punish the little drop-off. Just hoping the weekends. But he's not listed on the for entrance 30. I was looking on the PDC website. 2 seconds. So it's got on the bottom of the PDC website, James, Littler PC30 only. That's meant to be... Right, okay. Yeah, like I say, I've missed everything the last 2 days. I'm just playing catch-up. I hadn't looked that far, James, to be fair. Like I say, where I've been manic the last 2 days, I'm just playing catch-up with what people are saying in the chat and so on. USA boys seem to be happy with what they've just done. Evening, Lau, hope you are good. Weekly darts cast in. Oh, Belmont's had a shocker there. He's missed a big number. Can he recover the situation? It's sloppy, to say the least. He has had an absolute stinker there. He's missed 2 big numbers. He does not get a dart at a double from 46. Absolute criminal behaviour from Belmont. Big number missing his catching. But Jermaine Wattimena does get over the line. It's a 6-1 victory. It's ended up being scrappy where, for large parts, he played quite well there. But in the end, it just felt a bit rushed. To be fair, Lau, I went from Banbury to Wrexham for the exhibition first, and then drove back from Wrexham. But to be fair, I said earlier, really, really good time at the Unicorn Product Day. Thoughts on Emma Patton? Emma is an incredible broadcaster, an amazing presenter for darts. She had the hardest job in the world coming in after Clarkey as the full-time presenter, and she's absolutely smashed it. My only worry for darts is we lose Emma to one of the bigger sports. It was a cracking do. Obviously, I know there's been a couple of images on social media that people have put 2 and 2 together, but there are some really nice products coming from that launch. A couple of sets of darts that I like. Some cracking darts in the Pro-Am as well. There was, on the moving board, Jermaine just doing his bit of media with Swiss Phil on the stage. I've got no idea. Probably none. So, Dirk van Duijvenbode coming up against Jitsi Vanderwal. We all know that Dirk, when he is on, he is sensational. But the radar doesn't always fire. Sometimes it's a little bit all over the place. What version of the Ober Genius will turn up? Kane takes it to 90s. He scored again. He is a machine. Rob, if you're Harry Kane, do you come back to the Premier League in the summer? Arsenal. I don't think he'd do it. Surely Bayern keep him. I'm sure Bayern would want to keep him, Malachi, but does he still have one eye on that record? Because I think if he comes back, he still beats Alan Shearer's record. He's getting better with age. He's never been blessed with blistering pace, so you can't lose that. Is the thing. The pictures are back. Both of them decent front nine averages. We're going for Yitzi Malachi, nice. So here we go, ready. Oh, he's got a Viking hat on. Go on, lad. He's a unit, isn't he? Oh, Yitzi. He's a bit of a beast. You can see the Viking, he's a monster. He's on the stage. Here comes the over genius. It's time for Dirk van Duijvenbode. Oh, this walk-on makes my ears bleed. Make it stop. Please make it stop. It's just noise. It's horrible noise. Dirk is on the stage. Yeah, I've seen him wear the old sleeve on the Pro Tour. Dirk needs to win more torture for. Oh, look. Oh, make it stop. Make it stop. What did Wattimena do to his hair? Oh. It's nice. Remember, everyone, if you are new here, make sure you drop us a like and subscribe or a follow, whatever platform you are joining us from. So here we go. Game on, everyone. Van Duijvenbode against Vanderwal. Remember, see, he's putting some good performances. Just not consistent. Well, we can say that about a lot of players. But he's certainly in that bracket as well. Smooth Criminal, what a song that is. So far, leg one, fairly comfortable for Jitse Vanderwal at the moment. Dirk not on a finish, so Vanderwal has 6 darts in this all Dutch affair. I'd love this to say 51. Is that a mistake? It might be. Oh, this would be showbiz. Go on, Dirk. Oh, he didn't do it. Look, he still hit it brilliantly. What a finish. But we all wanted him to go 25 and ball, didn't we? Oh, Dirky. Dirky boy. Look, it's a fabulous finish. He's punished the mistake. The miss from Jitse Vanderwal. He didn't fancy it. And we get a little cheeky celebration from him as well. But the scoring phase of Dirk's game's not here. Weird. The finish was brilliant from Dirk, but the scoring phase isn't there. And then he leaves 168. Dirky boy, Dirky boy. And it is 1-1. Dirk's average has dropped to 89. He just cannot find any rhythm or consistency in the scoring phase of this game. That's better though. Could he, Dirky boy? Could you? No. It's weird because there is so much potential and ability within Dirk. Look, he has the ceiling to win TV tournaments. Again, Dirk, he just does it. Dan just said that Yitzi was the first person ever to beat Littler in a Euro Tour qualifier, and that's Mad, isn't it? Yeah, look, we've seen Yitsy's superb. Look, I think he's good. Again, Dirk's throw, though, just being pressured. It's mad. Absolute. Bonkers, this game. And then he hits a max. Dirk leads 3-1. It's weird that we've seen Dirk's average 102, mid-game drop down to 88. Now it's back up to 97. It is like an absolute roller coaster watching Dirk van Duijvenbode within the same game. Dirk is a massive blackboard. Yeah, it's weird. It's mid-game, they're going up and down, meandering around all over the place. It is absolutely bonkers. Missed a flight connection for Gurnie, 3 hours. Interesting. Yeah, I suppose... I'm not sure from Belfast where he'd connect to. See, Vanderwal is not going to take out the 145. But Van Duijvenbode, 1-3-2. He's already had a 1-2-5 in this game. Is he going to produce a party piece? He might. No, he is not. Sorry, for 4-1. Does he hit? He does. 4-1 to Van Duijvenbode. Strange old tie, but Dirk doing what he needs to. 180. Not. Be nice to see one of them. We only had one in the match so far. You look at it, you see Vanderwal's averaging a lot more than Dirk. Arguably, you'd say he's been the better player consistently, but the classier moments have come from Dirk. Those big knockout blows when he's needed them have come from the Obergenius. Just such a tough game to read. Like, normally you get a good read on a game. It's going one way, then it's going the next. But right now it's... You just feel that the game's never dead with Dirk. You always feel that you're in the game. Chat room, what are you saying? What's your thoughts on this very, very weird game? It's a tough one. And then Dirk does get down to a finish. Sorry, 114 for Van Duijvenbode. Not going to go. So this time he does move one away. Van Duijvenbode closing in on victory here. Dirk's just being inconsistent as always. Yeah, it's... But I just feel at the moment he's more inconsistent than normal. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he is inconsistent, but right now it's even more so than normal. But look, he's very much closing in on the win here. actually don't think Jitsi Vanderwal's played that badly. Dirk seems annoyed on the stage on the hockey. He's Bob. He always wears earplugs. It's something he's done for a long time. Yeah, Dirk wearing earplugs is it's not a new thing. It's something that he's done for a while. He kind of says it focuses him better. But can he set up this 218? The answer is he can't. So this game may not be over and done with just yet. There may be another twist in the tail. Another 2. He is just elite. Harry Kane is just right up there. So good. And Dirk has won it. So, Dirk, when you look at that scoreline, you would think, 6-2, that's fairly one-sided. But it wasn't. Jitsi Vanderwal was in this game. So, 2 matches to go. Our penultimate match of the evening. Nathan Aspinall against Andreas Toff Jorgensson. Yeah, he did miss doubles, but it was a closer game than what that scoreline suggests. Andreas Toff Jorgensson has won the ball against Nathan Aspinall. So, we've got about 2 minutes 50 seconds to the penultimate match. So, score predictions then. Does Toff Jorgensson have a chance, or Does Aspinall steamroller his way to victory? (6-0) Look, ultimately on form, I probably somewhere agree with you, but I don't think Toff Jorgensson wins, but he does have a good game in him to do some damage. (6-2) Aspinall. Yeah, look, I'd probably go around that somewhere. So, pictures are back. Vanderwal wins. Coming up next. I can't remember what Toff Jorgensson walks onto. We'll have to have a little listen when Swissfield brings him to the stage. Well, Dirk's front 9 average is smelly. Smelly, smelly, smelly. Only 84. That's not great. (6-1) Aspinall. Yeah, I don't dislike it. So, just out of interest, because I'm sure Aspinall's game was last, did they switch the Aspinall and Gurnie games around because of Darrell's travel issues, missing the connecting flight? (6-3) Nathan. Yeah, I think Nathan wins. Right, what's he come on to? Oh, I wish I had the mask, but that. Anyone else? That shirt's quite cool. I don't mind that shirt. It's different. I like it. Trying to find something. 2 seconds. So we all know what the Asp walks onto. We don't need anything about that. Yeah, that's what the PDC have tweeted that as well, Bob. Aspinall on stage, ready to rock and roll. Here we go. I'm sure we'll give it a little bit to the crowd first, though. Yeah, there it is. The "'Cause I missed the bright side." Oh, hard to believe that song, 2004, I think, off the Hot Fuss album. Mental. 2004, and still going strong. Crowd are loving it. Aspinall milking it in, nothing wrong with that. Just 2 years after Seaman got locked, yeah. Again, I still remember it, Rob. Quiz question for you. When England lost to Brazil in 2002, what song closed the BBC show, or the BBC football show, that programme, because England lost? Correct, Phil. Yeah, I'm not too bad with music. They closed it with Oasis, "Stop Crying Your Heart Out." Director was a Scot. Aspinall has absolutely bossed this leg, and there is a massive disparity in the averages. This could be quite quick. Who thinks Phil should hit? From a leg, Aspinall was in no danger, and he's made a mess of the finishing and found on double one. This is just man versus boy at the moment. Toff Jorgensson. Aspinall has broken in leg one, in cruise control on his own throw. The throw looks really nice from Aspinall so far tonight. Remember, he went back to his Gen 1s last week, playing well. It is 2-0 in the blink of an eye. What do we reckon? 6-0? Evening, Joe. Hope you are well, buddy. Aspinall just doing everything better than Toff Jorgensson right now. One, I feel Asp may be merciful. I'm going to take mercy on you. He's from Denmark, Tom. He's Danish. Andreas Toff Jorgensson. You seen the darts? No, I haven't looked recently. Just remember, Gurnie with a win will put himself into the green tonight, the dark green. Aspinall has exceeded his 2024 earnings already. That doesn't surprise me, James, and that's a good thing for Aspinall. And again, that just shows that's the flaw. The ranking system is always 2 years behind because there's no way if you'd have said 2 years ago he was world number 20, whatever he is, with the injuries, you'd have kind of gone, yeah, probably. But this year, he's won 2 Euro Tours. He's flying. Definitely not. Humphreys against Rids will be a good match. It will. It will be a very, very good match. It is 3-0. Double break. Aspinall already motoring along. This is going to be over PDQ here. Toff Jorgensson only averaging 66. There is no consistency in the game whatsoever at the moment. Dobie Sulovic tomorrow. Who do you think will win? Look, if Dobie plays well, Chris Dobie is a better player than Mensel Sulovic. However, we also know that Chris Dobie is susceptible to missing a truckload of doubles at the moment. If that version of Dobie turns up, then Mentor's in with a chance. If the real Chris Dobie turns up, I think he wins comfortably. Yes, he has got... How far is he outside? Let's have a look. The race for Minehead. Minehead. Humphreys outside. Littler only just inside. Van Gerwen outside. Aspinall outside. £2,000 outside. Right now, Tom, I think a bagel might just be ordered in time for a bit of late night supper. And at this point, I'd go for the Liberty Bagel in New York, and it's called the New Yorker. Will probably go down well this time of night. 180. Right, yeah, that shows how poor he's been, James. So it's interesting that, well, it's not interesting. They need to. The fact that Littler, Humphreys, Aspinall, Van Gerwen are all in Leicester. Yeah, no, he's not played on TV much, so I'm sure there will be nerves there for him. What do you guys think about Rusty Jake's suspension from the PDC because of his doping? Look, rightfully so. He's failed a drugs test. Right now, his B sample needs to come back positive. But until then, the suspension is correct. And once the B sample comes back, if that's positive, then an according ban. Stephen Bunting. Who does the bullet play? Stephen Bunting will play Chris Landman. And remember, Bunting had a bit of a shocker last time out on the European Tour. Missed 8 match starts across 3 different legs to be defeated by Thibaut Tricot. I wonder how drivers will heart dart. Most of them won't, but that's not the issue, right? Darts as a sport is signed up to Clean Sport, UK Anti-Doping, and so on. You sign up knowing that these substances are on a banned list. Now look, do performance-enhancing drugs, will they help a dart player? I don't know. I'm not a medical scientist. I don't know from the science, will performance-enhancing drugs, your PEDs, help a dart player? I can't comment. However, if they are just social drugs, shall we say, that doesn't matter. 1, they're still on the ban list, and 2, they're still illegal. So I've got no sympathy whatsoever. Andreas Toft Jorgensen's gone for it. He's 5-0 down. He's gone treble 20 stopped. Give it the licks to the crowd and then hit the 180. Aspinall's laughing. Andreas Toft Jorgensen's laughing. And then Aspinall goes 180 himself. What a passage of play this was. Stop it now. So, Aspinall 88 to complete the bagel. He's averaged 98 here, Aspinall. He has been solid. Look, I get there's not a lot coming back at him, but he's still had a job to do and done it. He has. Bullseye! Misses. But has Toft Jorgensen got a ton topper in him? No, he hasn't. One dart left and Aspinall hits. Bagel completed. Aspinall romps to a 6-0 victory over Andreas Toft Jorgensen. However, the final match of the night and arguably what could be the most important of the weekend Daryl Gurnie can confirm his place at the World Grand Prix. Yes, we all think he will be there, even if he loses, but it's not mathematical yet. If he wins, it will be mathematically there. William O'Connor, on the other hand, needs to win to keep his hopes alive. Too many players, good players on FBR. My head is in a spin. Oh. Asp provisionally top seed for Dortmund. Would you want to be top seed though, James? How many times has the curse of the number one seed been hit? To be fair, I haven't done mine yet. I'm going to look when I get in. But I think I'm only looking at one change. I think I'm going Ollie Watkins out. I need to watch Arne Slot's press conference, but I'm presuming that the big man Isak is going to play. To be fair, I wildcarded in week 3, so... I think that part out... Yeah, look, I think Willie's had a good year overall. Right. So, Willie O'Connor has won the ball. Does that affect who you think is going to win? Oh, Jono, match prediction. I am going for Willie O'Connor. I'm going for a Magpie win. Conclusion. What's the conclusion then, Rob? I'm so nervous. Ready to win and help both get in the Grand Prix. Yeah, no, I think even if Gurnie loses, I still don't think he gets caught on 76 500. Obviously, if he wins, he goes to 79. He's then above Nico Springer, who is dark green, so he would instantly go dark green anyway. So Barney has done his bit for the day. Are we all counting off Edhouse? Look, he has to win it to get to the World Grand Prix, but he's got to buy, so he's into the final day all of a sudden. You never know. If something goes, it could be interesting. Would you rather get a roast dinner or a fry-up breakfast for life? Oh, this is going to be controversial. I think I'm going for the fry-up. Don't get me wrong, I do love a roast. But could I eat a roast every day? Probably not. Could I eat a fry-up every morning? Yeah. Is Gurnie favourite to win this game? With the bookies, yes, I would say so. Yeah, he's 4-5. William O'Connor's evens. Come on in, chat room. If you're building your ultimate breakfast, what are you having on it? Open pantry. If you're building your perfect breakfast, what are you having? Nathan Aspinall's front nine average of 114 is very, very good. Yeah, I'm an Eggs Benedict fan as well. It is a big game. It is a big game. Right, I will do mine while we get ready for the walk-ons. Obviously, having Cumberland sausages, griddled back bacon, well done, scrambled eggs, mushrooms, hash brown, black pudding, extra baked beans, square sausage as well as normal sausage. Oh no, no tomatoes for me, Alan. Not a tomato fan. Here he is, the magpie, smiling away, top of the walk-on. And toast, buttered toast as well. Yeah. What a walk-on. your head, in your head, zombie. See, we've got one of the best walk-ons and one of the worsts all in the same game. What is happening here? Super Chin, Daryl, Gurnie. Porro still nailed on starter each week. I think there is a slight risk of rotation, but in the big games, Rob, definitely. I think Porro starts. Yeah, look, if I'm picking our best team, look, Jed Spence has been quality and possibly could play left back over in Doggy. But yeah, no, I think I'd be amazed if Porro was left out. He's become one of the leaders in that team. 100%. Right. Oh no, Tom! I love baked beans on a full English. Oh. Yeah, he missed a connecting flight, didn't he, Bob? They were saying. Good start from both here. Don't get me wrong, the travelling aspect is a nightmare, but in terms of getting to the venue, I'm guessing that was 7 o'clock Swiss time, so that's going to be... Yeah, he still had more than enough prep time in terms of for a game, but it's how much is the travelling today, the missed flight and everything taken out of him. Might be an early break of throw though. No, not on Willie O'Connor's watch. Gets the job done. 1-0 to the Magpie. Yeah. I say the only thing is, Rob, is how much the day's taken out of him, but I still think it's 180. Look, we don't know the circumstances. There might be a perfectly valid reason. But when you're playing on a Friday, I wouldn't expect most players to get there on the Friday. You would expect most to be there on the Thursday. Look, there may be, like you said, there may be very good circumstances why that didn't happen. Are we going one apiece? Not just yet. And look, William O'Connor has to be good on the setup here. We know double nine can get wild quite quickly. So here, O'Connor needs to make sure he's within striking distance, and that's not really good enough. And that's what I mean. Double nine is no gimme. But O'Connor has got a tricky tongue topper, but it's on. Oh my, what is happening here? William O'Connor has broken the throw. The 1-2-5 goes. This could be getting interesting. O'Connor averaging 103. He is going to have a perfect weekend. Remember, a win here for O'Connor would leapfrog him above Barney as you were at the start of the day, but still behind Krzysztof Ratajski, still chasing Andrew Gilding. And it is 3-0. This is exceptional from O'Connor. He's averaging 106.31 is Willie Boy. This is interesting. But what has Gurnie got? He is asking questions here. He is asking questions. Is he sending down a bit of a marker to the rest of the field? How are we doing, Andrew? What do you think of the Power's new dart design? You give a better. I've not watched the interview yet, but I have had a throw with Phil's darts. They do feel really, really nice. The grip is nice on them. Look, that's very good from Gurnie. What a finish that is to keep him in it, but it's only a hold of throw. 1-3, William O'Connor leads. The 117 was good from Super Chin. Yeah, look, they look nice. They're shiny. The blue bounces really well. Look, I still don't know to this day how Phil controlled that dart with that flight on it. They are wild. They fly through the air with that tiny little flight on. So, William O'Connor will not want to give Daryl Gurnie any encouragement here. Both playing very good darts. But Daryl Gurnie is just asking a few questions here. But that slip gives O'Connor the advantage once more. 158 for O'Connor. Look, just a ton here is great. A 60 may cause you problems. That's the 60 to leave 98. That may cause you an issue because Gurnie is going to be on something lower. That is not a good visit for O'Connor now. Great first start. What a recovery again. Leg 1 and leg 5, both amazing recoveries from O'Connor. Gurnie was poised on both of them. I've been thinking about getting the gilding dart. I've never thrown the gilding dart, buddy, so I couldn't give you a decisive yes or no. I've not thrown with them. I had a throw with Phil's darts at the Unicorn launch. I changed the flight and stem combo and they were a nice dart. But I've not thrown the Andrew Gilding ones. 180. $174. Gurnie on course to hold here. It's not panic stations just yet for Gurnie. Oh, what a steal. Oh, he's missed tops. That would have been a monster. From Daryl Gurnie. It would have been heartbreak for him, but he's missed again. Five one. looking like this race may be run. He tells you in a snooker game with Hendry, idea of creation. I've heard it before, isn't it? I've heard him tell this story before, Andrew. Isn't it about the torpedo going through the water straight? Or have I made that up? I tell you what, this is some performance from William O'Connor. 180 to stand on the cusp of victory. There it is. It's a massive, massive win for William O'Connor. He keeps his slender chances alive. He still has to win another 2 games here on the European Tour, but for now, his hopes are alive. The Magpie has done all he can for today, but tomorrow is another opportunity. He faces Danny Noppert, Malachi, so it's winnable. It is winnable for him. Everyone, you guys have been absolutely sensational today. Thank you all very, very much. Tom, yeah, the games are all on PDC TV all weekend, buddy. You guys have been sensational. If you haven't yet, make sure you drop us a like, tap that screen and subscribe to our YouTube channel or Twitch account. We massively appreciate it. Set those reminders. We are back live 12 noon tomorrow. And remember, the race for the World Grand Prix is well and truly on. We will see you tomorrow. Who makes it?